Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Now when we think of portable computing, tablets, laptops and maybe even Windows mobile phones come to mind. All suitable and accessible options, but have you ever considered one of these? A fully fledged desktop USB PC. At first glance you might mistake this for Intel's more expensive compute stick, but this is actually one of the cheaper options that other companies seem to be offering. This is known simply as the Handspree PC on a stick, and here in the UK it retails for £50, which works out as around $70. Supply seems to be very limited though, and I only found this at eBuyer here in the UK, but taking a look at some other sites internationally, and it seems that there are a lot of these by different brands with a similar price and almost identical specs. This device turns any HDMI display into a desktop computer. The first factor you'll notice is its size. Just look at how small it is compared to this TV remote. Some sites have even called it the world's smallest PC. Around the device we have an HDMI connector, which of course is how you connect it up, as well as a micro USB connector which will be immediately occupied by the power source, the single cable and plug. You've also got a standard USB port and micro SD card slot for additional storage if you wish, which will likely come in handy given the 32GB of onboard space. Also contained within this 38g device we have an Intel Atom quad-core CPU, 2GB of DDR3 RAM, Windows 8.1, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity. The setup is simple too. Just like any Windows 8 laptop, plug it in, run through about 5 pages and it will restart to your desktop. You'll have to connect a USB mouse first though, but after that you can connect your wireless peripherals. In fact you'll probably have to, considering the solo USB slot. With that done, it was time to take a look at the performance. Immediately at our desktop, and the experience right away felt better than I was expecting. All the drivers are also already installed. There was no slowdown when browsing the web, and when it came to watching 1080p YouTube videos, they ran flawlessly too, providing your internet speed is up to it. You'll also be pleased to know that this thing is very quiet even when under load, and there really isn't anything else I can say about general usage because it handles very well. Just don't go opening too many tabs in Google Chrome, because that's one thing that a lot of lower end hardware and systems sometimes take issue with. Now of course we've got to test out the gaming performance. It would be silly not to. You guys may remember we did a video on a Windows 10 tablet a while back which actually shared similar specs but was let down by its single gig of RAM. It's safe to say that we established that something like this is for older games only, but that's never been a bad thing. We tested out a few titles here, starting with the least demanding Max Payne. The game sat pretty close to 60 FPS most of the time, with a few frame drops here and there, even with the high settings enabled and AA off. More than playable results here, but that was sort of expected given the age of this game. Next up it's Need for Speed Underground, which is a little more fast paced. Excuse what is probably awful driving here, but the game runs between 30 and 60 frames per second and sort of jumps all over the place, but never really drops below anything playable. Despite drifting around on our own, the results were similar in a race, but did occasionally drop below 30, even at the same resolution. Finally we have Vice City, an absolute classic which I've never known not to run on even the most budget of systems. Again, the same resolution here, and we're seeing anywhere from 35 to 90 FPS, which is quite varied, but still very playable. But it isn't just about the gaming with this device. In fact, I think it makes for an excellent portable PC. Plug it into a hotel TV perhaps and connect to their Wi-Fi for example, even play a bit of GTA in the evening. Sure, unlike a laptop or tablet you can't use it on the go and you have to take your peripherals with you, but even if you need a cheap PC and you haven't really got that much to spend, then a PC on a stick might just be the ideal solution. That's what's pretty cool. If you've got an HDMI connection, you can just plug it in. Just think, maybe one day we'll be using these for fully fledged gaming. I think this could really be the start of something big, and for $70 or £50, this thing is certainly paving the way. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little look at this PC on a stick. If you did, leave a like, leave a dislike if you didn't, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one.